he'll sit down, and he'll do this right here, and he's trying to get one specific thing. He's trying to get his knee like right in the hip line, and then he starts to attack. And if he gets his grip, if he misses his grip, he'll back out, and then he'll reset and do it again. He does some weird stuff.
Wow. That makes me rethink how I enter guard or pull guard or whatever.
All right, guys, Ashi girls, partner up.
I guess. Morning. Here. Stay here. Sorry.
Hey, Lane.
Hi.
Yeah, you got Gideon today. Sorry. Sorry, you're stuck with Gideon. You get the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. Yeah, just scrape the bottom of it.
And go.
A little. It's gonna make it easier.
Is that? Has hot socks.
I like it, man. I think I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna coin that. Courtesy of Nathan.
Just think about it, pray about it. Get back with us.
I think I'm on board. So it's top to bottom. You feel comfortable with these? You feel comfortable with these? Ryan's a pro. He'll walk through it. I know you've done it once or twice.
Alright.
And go.
Pick a side, kick this one through.
So get deeper. Don't come out. Get deeper. Yeah, good. Your legs stay behind the entire time. Okay. So don't bring like a foot to the front. Yep. Bring your knee. Yeah. Good. Yeah, that's it. Basically, that's it. Yeah. Go to the center. Go to the center. Get the knee back in. Good. Yep. And use your hands too. Wrap around his leg and rotate your body side to side. Yep. It's fine. So then grab the other side and rotate to the center. And then rotate to the other side. There you go. See how you don't want to be leaning out of them. Don't rotate your shoulder forward here. No, forward here.
Sorry.
Over there. Yep, just like that. Yep.
Man, I got to Coach Josh, these ass.
Use your heel into my hip. Pull yourself up in the armpit one.
There you go. Good.
Sorry, bro.
No, it's alright. I cracked.
Pause. Don't rotate out. Slide your shoulder across the mat over here. Don't look that way. Don't face your chest that way. There you go. Good. Yeah, this is definitely awkward at first, but after a few times you'll get it.
Sorta. Reset. Take here.
Lift those out, Tim.
Was that?
If you ever want your both knees go through, or I'm gonna mount you. So. Here. Kick. Up.
All right, reverse Diva drills. Get in. Spinning time. All right. Let's go right here. So I'm gonna sit on the outside of his foot. His foot's right here. I'm gonna sit on the outside of his foot. All right. Outside of his foot. One leg goes wrapped the inside. This leg is free. If we're actually doing reverse daily Hiva, we use this leg to control the hip and to control distance, to push and pull. But for the drill purposes, this leg's gonna be free. This arm is gonna go between my hip and his foot, okay? Between my hip and his foot. Not on the inside of his legs, not on the inside of my legs, between my hip and his foot. Now I'm going elbow deep. Now notice how I just curled underneath him. I'm not out here. I'm all the way underneath him at like a 90-degree perpendicular angle. So I'm right here underneath him. If I was doing reverse daily Hiva, this would be what I'd be doing. I'd be gripping his leg. This would be the position. For drill purposes, we're relaxing the hand and the foot. So I've got an elbow deep grip. We call this a scoop grip. I'm going to use this like an uppercut. So I'm going to use this to pull myself inside. I'm going to push with my foot to invert up. So all I've used is this arm and this foot. That's all I've done is the arm and the foot. Once I'm inverted, this foot goes to the inside, this hand goes to the outside. Foot to the inside, hand to the outside. Foot to the inside, hand to the outside. The order doesn't matter. If you want to go hand to the outside and then foot to the inside, that's fine. If you need to reach to help yourself invert up and over, that's fine. Hand to the outside, foot to the inside. Rotate around. Invert up. Hand to the outside, foot to the inside. Foot to the inside, hand to the outside. Order doesn't matter. Foot to the inside, hand to the outside. Reaching to help pull myself, hand to the outside, foot to the inside. Any questions? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Man, my voice sounds terrible. Yeah, Ready to go. It's not COVID. I did just a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad. I just sound terrible. Sit on the outside.
This one goes.
Good. Hook your inside leg on the side. Nope. Hook your inside leg on the spine first. Up here. Get deeper. Good. Right hand goes between his foot and your hip. All the way in. Good. Yeah, there you go, man. That's it. This foot inside. Bring his foot out. Yeah. All there. Keep that hand where it was. You let go of that hand.
So you see what I'm doing? It's under here. I'm going to be using this. Pull myself up.
At no time does your hand touch your legs. Okay? Your hand is always on the outside of the body and the outside of his body. So get back in position. Right hand between your hip and his foot. Good. Then you can reach with this hand to the outside. Don't let go of that. Don't let go. And don't let go. Invert up. Foot to the inside. Foot not knee. Foot to the inside. Sorry. Foot to the inside. Good. Now continue your rotation around. Don't let go of that. Foot to the inside. Alright, keep working on that. Okay. Time. Switch on the bottom.
Right here. So everything laid down. This way.
Set up.
Use back your hands. Back your hands.
Nice job, Justin. Yeah, great job, buddy.
And then from there, you're going to use this. And your hands there.
Very good.
Reach yourself. You can use your arm. You want to pull yourself this way. Grab with that left arm. There you go. Yeah. Grab up a little higher because you're going to go underneath.
Good. So go back.
Your head's going to go underneath.
Yep.
Put your foot in.
That's it, man. Good job.
This one's kind of
Right over there.
This stays on here. Nope, underneath.
Hand to the outside.
Between your hips.
Hand to the outside. Hand to the inside.
You want to get a little closer?
Keep that hand.
Good.
Don't let go.
You wouldn't be hooking this elbow. Yeah, because that's going to turn you more. So see how you're turning?
Yep.
The deeper you get that arm, the easier it's going to be. This one comes on the inside. That was pretty close. That was pretty close. So now hook this
Don't
thing.
let go of this hand.
Nope. This goes outside. Nope.
There you go. That's it. Not bad.
Stay there. This hook inside.
Exactly
You're
it.
going to be stop moving.
Sorry,
Stop moving.
Sorry.
No, it's not your thigh.
Sorry, man. This is a very
I'm trying to move to put you in the right position. This arm goes all the way through to your elbow. Keep your elbow on the back of my Yep. On the back.
Yeah.
Back. Elbow. That elbow. There. So then, step there. Pull yourself under. Pull yourself under. Yeah. Well, this one goes under here.
That's it.
There
Yeah.
you go. That was it.
Keep this hand there. Don't let
Keep
go.
it underneath. Yeah.
All between.
Yeah. Elbow deep. Elbow deep. Elbow deep. Elbow deep. There you go. That's your elbow.
One more. Keep
And
going.
then reach over. Put yourself under. This one goes in. Get this one in. There you go. And then, yep. And then
Don't let go.
And don't let go.
Don't let go.
Because that keeps you tight to it.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I don't know why there's no music. I'll do that in a second. So that is a very advanced move, right? These reverse lever drills are very advanced. If you're having trouble with them, no problem. Real quick, can we get in? I'm gonna point out the most common issues I see doing this. So first off, when I get set up, I'm sitting on the outside of his foot right now, right? His foot's right here. I'm sitting to the outside of his foot. My butt will always be on the outside. Even when I go to the other side, it's still on the outside. This is a position where we're on the outside of their legs. This hand is going between my hip and his. And the only way I can get elbow deep is to curl underneath. If I'm out here like this, I'm only wrist deep. I don't want this. I don't want to be grabbing his foot. I want to go elbow deep. I want to be hooking his foot, all right? Once I'm here to invert, I don't need to use these legs. We could have done this a bunch, right? That's the goal, is to get to a point where you don't have to use this leg in this hand. You should just be able to uppercut and use this foot to invert. That's the goal. But until you get there, it's okay to reach and pull yourself around. That's not a problem at all. But once I get this grip with this hand, I'm not gonna let go, all right? I'm gonna keep it here and stay elbow deep. What I see a lot of people doing is as they go to one side, they get here and they let go with this inside hand. Don't let go. Keep that hand scooped and gripped every time. Once I'm here, the hand does not let go.
Wow.
That's the biggest mistake I see people making, is they're letting go of this grip. Any questions about that drill?
I feel like I was tripping myself over whenever I was like trying to use my hands to help me invert.
Yeah.
I'm not switching hands with different legs, right? Literally, I saw Justin just keep on to the same leg and just.
Correct. You're not switching hands.
Okay.
My right hand is always scoop gripping his right foot. My left hand is always scoop gripping his left foot. Never switching. All right, we're gonna get back into heel hook defense from honey hole. Get some music on. Heel hook defense from honey hole. We'll recap what we did last week. We'll get some more reps of that defense in, and we'll add in the honey stick at the end. And then next week we'll recap the honey stick and then do the honey stick counter. So we'll keep on building week after week. Make sure you guys keep coming back.
You mean we get to do the honey stick?
We get to do the honey stick
This
next
is
week.
dope.
Actually, today we'll do it today.
This is good stuff.
A little bit. Who likes Red Hot Chili Peppers? I don't care because we're listening to them. That's what you're getting, so I hope the answer is all of you. Alright. So covering, yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Alright. Covering what we covered last week. He's going to put me in honey hole. So for honey hole, he's going to be on the outside of my leg, and he's attacking an inside heel hook. The things I want to be aware of are my knee line and my heel, right? Because he's trying to expose my heel with the heel hook. So I want to think about the concept of hiding my heel. What am I doing? So hiding my heel is when I turn my heel to the inside. All right, everyone come back here where date it is. That'd be a good spot for this. On this side is fine. All right, so I want to think of this concept of hiding my heel. All right, if my heel is hidden, he then has to dig to expose my heel or rotate to expose my heel. So I want to make sure my heel is hidden whenever I'm trying to escape or if I'm trying to prevent the grip. If I'm sitting here like this and turned into him, I'm giving him my heel. It's a little heel exposure. Go to relax real quick. So when my heel is exposed like this, where he can just easily grip it, that means my heel is exposed. I want to think about turning my heel into his ribs and then hooking it behind his back. This is hiding my heel. My heel is not exposed. His goal from this point would be to expose my heel so he can attack. So I want to hide my heel. I also want to think about doing twinkle toes. Some people call ballerina toes, pointing my toes. So when we're trying to defend a straight ankle, we do the boot, right? When we're trying to defend a heel hook, we do twinkle toes. What this does is this makes the heel, it basically makes the heel smaller. It makes less of a space for someone to get that on their wrist. And it also makes like a ramp between your foot and your leg here, so that it's easier for the arm to slide off if your heel slide through the heel slip. So I'm gonna think about doing twinkle toes, rotating my heel to the inside, and then hiding it behind his back. This is just hiding. This isn't escaping or getting out of the position, but this is just protecting my heel from getting heel hooked. To get out of the position, I need to think about escaping my knee line. The knee line, there's this imaginary line, basically from like hip to hip, like left side of your inner thigh to the right side of your inner thigh is an imaginary line where if the knee is on the north side of that, inside their I guess their danger zone, that's when you're gonna get your knee blown out or your ankle popped. If my knee is outside of that, there's a much more likely chance that I'm going to escape it, and it's much more difficult to finish me. Doesn't mean I can't be finished, relax. Doesn't mean I can't be finished if my knee is slightly out like this, because he can still get some weird angles, he can still do some cranking, it can still hurt me, alright? So I'm not completely safe just because I've escaped my knee line, but I am mostly safe, alright? But my goal is to get my knee from being inside the knee line to outside the knee line. And sometimes it's a difference of a quarter of an inch or half an inch, right? It can be very minute. So sometimes you'll see people sitting here hanging out in this position and they look comfortable. It's because they've escaped their knee line just enough that they feel safe. But until you get to the point to know that difference, don't fool yourself into hanging out in a dangerous area, because all he has to do is recover that knee line. There's different things he can do. There's different things he can do to recover that knee line and finish his attack. So your goal is to escape the knee line and then completely escape the position. So we talked about escaping hiding hole. The one we covered last week is my bread and butter. It's a very strong, very common escape. What we were doing is we're bending the foot, close to the hand on the mat. We are doing a big rotation where I'm actually using my body, my turn, to throw him to the side. While I'm doing this, I'm hiding my heel and I'm pointing my toes. So we go from this position, pin the top foot, heel on the mat, rotating, I'm hiding my heel and pointing my toes. And as I'm starting to come up, I'm escaping the knee line. Okay, that's one thing people were missing a little bit last week, is when they were starting to come up, they left this knee in here. My knee is touching the mat on the inside of his legs. I'm still in the danger zone. He can still blast my knee before I get out of here. So what I'll be thinking about doing is as I'm putting my two posting points down and I'm rotating all in one motion, my knee is now out. Okay? So I'm pointing my toes, I'm hiding my heel as I turn and rotate out, and my knee just barely escapes from the top of his thigh. Once my knee's on the top of his thigh, I should be fine. He can still recover the knee line. I can't hang out here. I don't want to just sit here, all right? From this point, high step, high step. And when I'm high stepping, I'm doing the twinkle toes, all right? So one more time, here we are. We want the opponent today to just start with a straight ankle grip. So not a heel hook, just a straight ankle grip, just to hold the foot. Hand on the top foot by the shin. This is also acceptable. Thumb in, 4 fingers out is also acceptable. Hitting the bottom foot is also acceptable. My preferred is the top foot. I like this because it makes it hard for him to invert, because if I start to rotate, what he would actually want to do is invert and keep rotating with me, and he can keep on attacking. Now he's in DOA. Now he's in DOA. He actually, 50-50. So he can actually make a very strong attack right here if he inverts and rolls with me. For me to prevent him from doing that, I'm using this pin on his foot to pin him to the mat, and I'm making it hard for him to invert. So I'm stapling him to the mat with that hand. That's why I like this top grip. But again, once I'm here, my knee's already slightly out. I'm going to big kick, high step out, because he's going to chase me like he just did. So if I just do one high step, I think that's it. Bang, he's grabbing that foot and pulling me back in.
Just one little quick question. I remember we was defending straight ankles, we would pull one of the defense you taught us is that you can pull the thigh in and make that boot. Since we're not doing that anymore, am I pushing him away when I rotate to get up, or?
So we were talking about there on the straight ankle and also for double trouble in the hiding hole. So if he has this secondary leg, that's how I'm going to skip the secondary leg. I'm going to reach forward, I'm going to grab his shoulder, grab down his tricep if I can. I'm pulling, and as I'm pulling, I'm sticking my foot in deeper. Now I'm doing twinkle toes, bring my foot out. That's your question?
Yes, sir.
That's it. He's got the secondary leg.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yep.
Is that leg danger?
This one, that one, still is. Yep. As long as he's got my knee line, it still is. But with my twinkle toes, my heel being hidden, it's gonna be much more difficult for me to get it. So I'm doing all that at once. So if he's got the secondary leg, I'm going to grab, and I would have both hands. I'm trying to keep my face away from him so I don't possibly get him sick. But I would grab, I would push, as I pull, twinkle toes, leg would come out, big rotation, pinning his foot down, hiding my heel, pointing my toes, coming up, knee is out, high step, high step. Answer your question. Good. All right, guys, any other questions? Let's get some reps in. 1, 2, 3. So remember, partner, if you want to practice escaping double trouble, you can, but I really want to focus on escaping hind hole as a whole. No pun intended. So partner, get a straight ankle grip, not a heel hook. Get a straight ankle grip, just kind of grab your foot to hold them in place and make them go through the motions. Nope. Left hand. Thumb on the inside, 4 fingers on the outside. Yep. Actually, no, you had it right. 4 fingers on the inside is fine. Yeah. That foot on the mat. Yep, good. Yep, high step.
And then just from here, it's get feet.
High step. Yep. Hold this foot a little tighter. Yep. Yep, on this foot. Reach underneath, like put this in your armpit. Right there, hand through. And underneath. Good. Oh.
Yeah. No, you know what? We're not going to go real tight on this one.
No.
Yeah. It's my bad ankle. We're not gonna grip that one real tight.
Yeah, my shoulder's so far.
Yeah.
So let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. Let's get in position. Here's the grip that I want you to do. I guess I should have clarified. Here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to squeeze it to death, right? I want you to just get your arm right like this.
Push them down.
Like this?
All right, so your right hand needs to go. Your hand needs to go to your belly. Good. Now relax. I just want you to hold it to a point that he has to pull it out. I don't want you to try to keep it. Okay. I just want you to hold it so he has to pull it out. Yes. There we go. Beautiful. Exactly right. Does that feel better? Foot okay. Man.
I cannot win. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Oh, sucks. Okay.
Nice. I would still recommend keeping that left hand. This is not a bad grip, so don't think you can't do that. It's not my preferred method because I don't want to get burned. All right, but you can't go there. But if you're on your foot, there's no reason to switch it up. Yeah, well, for me, it's yes. Some people may say no, go to the knee. This is what I'm talking about. They will more easily invert if you're only holding on. You got stuck. So I like to hold the top one. That one. You know, I mean, I never thought I would either. It took me 16 years to finally figure it out. You can. I'm almost to that next section.
Somewhat. Yeah. Sorry. So, it's the same side as the one that's going over it. Grab that, point.
So, cross the back. I want you to pull out. I want you to here.
So, you're going to use the hand.
So what I don't want you
Same
doing
hand.
is open here and then
Post.
turn.
Turn your knees.
Oh,
turn my knee? Yeah.
Okay.
This?
So
Yeah. And then run so that I can't recapture the knee line.
So it's like one movement. I do skin is the knee line. And as I'm rotating, we lose lane. That was pretty good. Good job.
Is it okay to hang out here?
No. Not for long. And I'm gonna break David's heart. We're not doing the honey stick today. We're gonna do something else after this.
That just means you gotta come back.
We will do the honey stick within the next couple of Wednesdays. That's it. Man. Good job. Good. Let's see a bunch more reps. A bunch more reps of this.
There. Grab over top of your foot. Just hook your arm. No, I'm doing the escape this time.
Okay.
So
Just grab this way.
grip. Elbow.
Oh.
Alright. There you go.
Well, I guess you gotta go there,
Here. Back. There we go.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're getting there. So here.
Good ride. Did you pop your knee?
That those noises just happen.
Okay. Can't run it off.
While doing that review, you're gonna do the escape though. So like this. Right? Yep. Alright. And then
Yeah, good job, man. There you go. Tom, relax the grip. Let him do the escape.
Oh, you're fine. You were practicing the inward.
Yeah, let's just rep it out over and
It
over.
does make a difference, like you said.
Yeah. Let's get a bunch of reps of this standard escaping first.
so this time you are escaping, so now you
Tim, I want to see you really bring in that top leg down into your back. Because you're starting to pull, then you're letting go, and then you're still pulling. Get that leg out first. Like the thing with a Heisman, right? Is that how they do it?
I wouldn't know.
I don't either.
I'm a basketball player.
So my question is, how are
you
how are you
Some artists.
your legs cross
All right, guys. This is. Hold on. Yeah. Are you putting him in a honey hole? Yeah. Okay. Then you need to be on the outside of his foot.
Yeah.
This leg needs to go over the top. Sorry. This foot needs to come in. This foot needs to come to the inside of his legs. This foot inside his legs. Good. Now get your butt closer. Good. Now this foot right here, you're putting it in your armpit, so reach around his foot. Good. That's the position I want every time. There we go. Nice job, Ryan.
Yeah, nice. Big step around. Stay down on this leg. And then you come back and see where
This. So try, when you're escaping, try straightening your leg more. Yeah. 'Cause I felt like I kind of really like it. He's got it. Yeah. He's at the right spot.
So, when I was thinking,
That's right. Yep.
is what I'm doing is I'm lifting my butt off the ground. Yes. So this leg I'm lifting my butt, and it's that. Yes, that is it. That would be a long one. I'm actually going my foot.
That's gonna hurt me with that.
Okay, you can do it just like that, and then that knee comes up. So that's the last piece of that. So not only am I getting around my foot, what I'm also doing is I'm pulling my knee out. So the knee is coming out as the foot is coming out. Yes, but that's knee. Doing it. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, but you feel the difference? That was it. Feel better.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
step by step.
I just need to go get some food. I took medicine without eating it. It's
Oh.
not working for me. Thanks.
Except it should be pretty safe to move, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to move in honey hole.
Yep, sorry.
So here on the foot, right, doing that. I'm lifting my butt up. So I'm lifting my butt up, and I'm throwing the slip back here. I'm throwing this foot, so I'm throwing this leg all the way back here. And as I do that, I'm rotating and pulling my knee out. So see how my knee's inside his knee line? What I want to do is when I turn, I'm moving to his thigh. So my knee's now past his thigh. That's the motion. Hey, let me get a warm-up drill next Wednesday. That'll be a good warm-up drill. All right, guys, time. Bring it in. Where are you going?
I'm using restroom.
All right. All right, guys, we're gonna add. We won't get to the honey stick today because we have actually 2 more variations to this escape. We'll get a few reps of this one in, so we'll keep building on this off this week after week after week. Keep coming back. We will get to the honey stick.
Yes, sir.
I jumped the gun. I got excited. Playing on it. I was like, wait a second, I'm forgetting these 2 variations. We do have, and Tom reminded me actually. He's like, Jeff, you ever chase it back from this? Yes, I do. That's what we're gonna talk about doing. Here's one option of doing that. So everything's the same. And I want to point this out too. Good. So when I'm doing this, I'm using these 2 posts to lift my foot off the mat. And when I'm kicking this foot back, I'm clearing this foot. What I'm not doing is bringing it across the top. Okay? Because what this will do is you can actually hook my leg, and that can make it harder for me. So instead of bringing it across the top, I'm going out and around. I'm going away. And as I'm doing this knee, which is inside his knee line, I'm spinning it and escaping at the same time. So I'm not spinning it, keeping it in, and then trying to pull it out. I'm doing it all at the same time. Posting, now my knee's out. Now my knee's in, now my knee's out. In, out, in, out. That's the motion. I think we'll make this a warm up in the next couple of Wednesdays because this is a very key movement. Hands down, now I'm out of this position. Now I've got options. I can high step and run out like we did just now, or I can turn and attack. I've got 2 ways I like to do this. One, I like to let go, post, big back step, cross face. We've been here before, right? We just did this position the other day after we hit a different escape. Sprawl, back step, post from that, side control. That's option 1. Option 2, so again, hands on the mat. I'm in honey hole and out of honey hole. My knee is out. One motion. So option 2, I like to sit back on the hip. I don't want to hang out here for long because the longer I'm here, the more likely you can start to counter. And now I'm going to reach to the far side armpit, far side underhook. I'm going to peel out. In the side control. That's my favorite one. That's a fun one. It just feels really smooth. And to Tom's point, there are definitely some back attacks, back takes from here as well. We'll focus on these 2 for right now. So again, option 1, escape. Let go, put the hand on that. Big back step, cross face. Hit my hand to the mat. Sprawl. Drive him in to side control. Option 2. I'm in honey hole. I'm out of honey hole. Sitting back on his hip. I'm putting a lot of pressure back on him. I don't want him to sit up in the knee and start wrapping his hands around my back, right? So I'm sitting back on his hip. I'm reaching. Far side underhook. Sliding out. If he keeps turning away, I'm going to take his back, but he won't. He's going to turn into me. I'm moving side control. Sometimes I get in this weird position where hold tight. Sometimes I get in this weird position where he'll hold my foot and I'll keep on just trying to work my way out, which is fine. I'm gonna get this far side underhook. I'm just gonna slowly pressure. Slowly pressure. Once I get this underhook, I've got my position. Here we are. If he has this underhook here, expect the ghost. Bring my hand to the near side. North south. Let's get a few reps in of both. Get a couple of each. Oh, we'll get some rolling in today. Okay, any questions?
Just one.
Yeah.
When you sit on his hip like that for option 2, is there a way you can put him in your honey hole as a counter, or is that too counterproductive? I just feel like once you clear that knee, and like you know how you can either do a really big
Yeah.
Over, I just didn't know if you can just try to backstep and just try to slide in your honey hole.
I don't have a quick answer off the top of my head. Let me think about that one. For right now, let's rip these two out, and I'll put some thought into that.
Copy that.
All right, man. 1, 2, 3.
You wanna go first?
Yeah.
There's a place that might
Here.
go honey hole.
So now I switch.
Go kick your hip, please.
Yeah.
Cross face. Right hand pins the hip. Yes. Sprawl, back step. That's it. Nice job, Ryan. Can you do that, Justin? Left hand.
Sit all the way back.
Big back step.
There's two.
Back step.
Over here.
No, he was fine. What's your name on that?
So first normal skip.
Let's see it again.
Yep, the first normal skip. And that's what he was saying. Nope. This
Yeah, these
instead
should
of
come out.
completely
This is skate.
Right.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this one's close. Yeah.
Yep.
So instead, when you're pushing down on that,
Cross face. Right hand between the hip.
over.
Right hand top. Yep. Good. Sprawl.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. There. Yep. And then, so the second one is lean back on me, and then this reaches to my far armpit. Underneath. Far armpit. Yep. And then.
Yeah, you keep driving that right hand in deeper as you train to and pull your left leg out. Yep, keep pulling, keep driving into them. Come on top of side control.
Like this.
Keep on going around. Yep.
Okay.
Nice job, Jim. Exactly it.
You want to do that?
Oh,
So that was the second. So first two.
yeah.
Same side.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's go into it.
And
The other side. Whenever you come out, you need to put this
yeah, so this is what I'm gonna be doing. So like if you just turn,
your knees fine, you're gonna get your right foot underneath you.
so when you're here,
Your right foot.
doing that.
Good, there you go. Good. Now, big back step.
Straight that.
Cross face. Left. Pause. Still here.
So now this one is you switch hands, you go to your left hand on the ground.
Good.
That's
Yes,
your right hand.
left leg.
That's your right hand.
Good. Back step. Driving in
Just
side
kick
control.
up
There
and
you
over
go.
my
Nice.
head. Yep. Even that like up and over. Yep. Up and over. There you go.
Cross
And then
face.
cross face.
Left hand
And then
hip.
this hand blocks my hip.
Lock your hip. Left
Blocks
hand
my
hip.
hip. Yep. And then you spread, drop your hips and straighten your legs.
Good.
Yeah.
Sprawl, back step. Driving in side control.
Yeah.
There you go. There's no reason to the far side underhook. It doesn't matter which you go on this side, far side underhook. Start taking that underhook. And now start turning into those and bring them.
Look, you that on.
As soon as you do that underhook, you're golden. Just drive it through. Nice, that's it. Good.
Ow. Set on my leg there. Switching. Here, sit back.
Good job, artist.
First one? That was my second. Okay.
Are you doing on and you?
You're escaping.
It's a big target. Cross face. Cross face. Left fist in the face. Inside the fist.
Especially here.
Inside the fist.
This goes to this one.
Inside the fist. Yeah, good. Now sprawl.
And then
Back step.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want this? Yep. And nope, switch hands. So post your right hand. Post your right hand. And then big back step. Post your right hand, big back step. There you go. And then cross face. And then left foot. Nope. This cross face. This cross face. This black's called. There you go. And then straight. Like that. Yeah. Short. So.
You do or don't?
I do.
Yeah, I like that also. For boss.
Oh no.
Good range. You can
I'll look on the last times.
So should I
I agree. I like that a lot better too. Yeah, you should hit it like that.
I'm worried with back step. I'm scared of crossing across the face. Back step.
Yeah.
You know, they just says, you don't often get into MMA, Jeff. It's right there.
Nice job, Tim. All right, guys, finish your last rep. Get one more rep in each.
Back. This.
Underhook.
Armpit.
Armpit. Not cross. Yep. Armpit.
This.
Yep. Good.
This. No. Switch hands, right hand. Back step. There you go. Cross face.
You guys do it.
Hit my hip. Hit my hip.
Yes, I cramped arms.
All right, guys, bring it in. Quick recap. Come here, get in. Quick recap on the position, then we'll get 3 rounds in. Guys, bring it in.
Yes, sir.
Quick recap of everything we covered. So again, we want to think about hiding the heel and doing twinkle toes, right? So twinkle toes are when I point my toes. So I'm pointing my toes. Hiding the heel is when I bring my heel to the inside of the ribs and I curl it around his back. I've now hidden my heel. We covered heel slips last week. We didn't talk about them again today. But the same concept to do a heel slip, the exact same motion where I'm pointing my toes and twisting my heel to the inside. So same thing. I'm pointing my toes. I'm making the heel a little bit smaller, harder to grip. So I'm pointing my toes. I'm driving it in deeper towards his elbow, towards that crook of his elbow instead of being on his wrist. I'm driving in towards the crook of his elbow, turning it to the inside, and then I'm hiding it, right? So that's just kind of what we talked about last week. Once we're here, in this motion, we'll do this as a warm-up next Wednesday, next couple Wednesdays, is we're going to be starting right here, and all we're going to focus on doing is turning, clearing the foot, and clearing the knee line. So here, he's got my knee line's out. He's got my knee line's out. He's got my knee line's out. We'll get this motion down over and over and over and over to practice that. So now that my knee's out, I've got multiple options. I can keep this pin, and I can just run out. High step, always do 2 high steps, even if you think you don't need it. The other option is turn, I've hit my heel, my knee line's out. The other option is let go of this grip, post the mat, big back step, not to kick your money in the head, immediate cross face. My knee has to be out to do this, all right? If I did not escape my knee line, then I'm in trouble and I'll blow my own knee by doing this back step. So make sure you escape your knee line. But I'm still in. He's still got hold my foot. He's still probably holding my foot, but he's got nothing. And my knee line's out. Big. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Big cross face. Fist goes to the hip. I'm using this to block his hip, because then what I'm doing is I'm doing a big sprawl away from him. And once I open up his legs, Back step, I'm keeping this hand posted to block his hip, driving into him with my shoulder. Now, I need to keep this hand here. I don't want to bring this hand up right here because he's got this hand underneath, he's got an underhook. So I've got to keep this fist right here as long as he's got that. I'll probably go north-south, and then I'm safe. But I don't want to bring this hand up and over. If he's got this underhook, he's going to escape. So keep that hand posted. Last option we talked about. He's got my knee line. I escape my knee line. This one, reach back with his hand. Far side underhook. I'm starting to slip my knee as I'm doing this. Far side underhook. And I'm going to turn into him, grab my foot out, and have a knee side control. That's my favorite one of all three of those. Any questions?
I was having issues when you twist that free leg to come up on it. I was having troubles coming up on it. I'm assuming I'm just not rotating far enough. So I just want to hear your thoughts.
I think using this as a warm up the next few Wednesdays is going to help with that because we're going to practice that. We're going to do this over and over. Now, look where my knee is at. My knee is at this little intersection, right? This is where my knee currently is. When I'm hitting this, now look where my knee is at. So I'm not leaving my knee down here, I'm bringing my knee out. When I'm doing this, that's helping me get this foot out and around. If I'm just doing this and my knee stays right there, it's hard to get my leg where it wants to go. I'm actually going up and away. So I'm moving my knee like foot from here to here. Okay? Does that answer your question?
It does.
All right, we'll get some more, and that'll help with what you're talking about getting to this foot. All right, guys, let's partner up. Let's get some rounds in. Legs only, 1, 2, 3. Catch and release. Do not crank on your buddy's foot. Do not rip a heel hook.
Is it on?
Go ahead and start from,
Oh, for you?
start just seated guard facing each other. Seated guard facing each other.
Sorry. Hold hands.
So you're gonna post, make sure you tag me.
And go. Remember to catch and release. Do not hurt your buddies.
You want to grab my arm? Pull closer. Go. Pull yourself in.
Oh, am I going or you? Oh,
We're going.
oh, I didn't know who.
You're rolling. This is a full roll. Use everything I've taught you, good son.
Okay, Yoda. I'm trying to get out of it. Yeah.
Trick roll.
Unless the brim was so bad.
Yep.
Okay. Hang on, bro. My shit.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Leg locks don't work.
No, man, this is just thigh, bro. It doesn't fucking help.
Attack my butt. You jump there. Okay. Here. Grab my leg. Doing this ass.
I'm doing
You
it
learned
now.
any of this?
I have not learned any attack for legs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's just do it a straight angle then. Okay. So, you're gonna want this. Here, go straight.
Remember to catch and release. Don't hurt your buddies.
You want
And if you're in a submission, tap quickly.
you want my toes in your armpit? You want to wrap this arm underneath? Put your palm palm up as you lift. Yeah. So that's where you want to.
It's a little offset.
You're going to want to look down and away. You want to look away from me, and you want to start arching your back and pushing your hips forward, because that's what's going to make my arm, my foot back. Yeah, but you want to. Oh, no, sorry. There, let's scoot back just a little bit. So, yeah, so same thing. You want this? Here, here, right. You want to isolate all this from your legs, underneath, right? Up to your chest.
Move the dates, man. Let's see it. Other way. Yep.
And then
Knee line out.
now you can
Knee
think
line out.
about
Knee on top of this side.
and just skim the mat.
Good.
That's what you want to do.
Big back step
Skim the
across
mat
legs.
and look at
Whichever one you want to do. Back step
and
across
keep it
legs.
down below. Go actually go down the
Back
back.
step again.
I'm just saying that's the motion you want is because you want to follow that.
Right.
Looking down and dipping into it. So
This.
so it doesn't. Here, you want to be turning and looking over that road. So that's gonna be real light.
You're older than me, Ernest. It's not fair.
We're Supermaning each other.
When I'm doing this,
Tap.
see like that. Rip back your foot. Your toes are in my armpit. So I'm here, and you feel when the pressure comes on. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do. And
So that's for breaking or is that for suffocating?
yeah, right. This isn't choking. So the reason I was saying it feels more like the reason I'm saying to go low is because you don't want to look like that. You probably can. It's gotta get light. But otherwise, you're gonna be going like this, right? You feel it coming up.
Feel it come off or is it too? So,
You feel it getting hyper. I'm gonna break your ankle.
so I'm just curious. So I feel it, but it feels more like suffocating than breaking. I don't know why.
Huh.
Like I don't feel like bone. I feel like my blood pressure. My blood is just.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of pressure. That
Right.
pressure turns into a break if I see.
Oh, so I was like,
That's when you want to tap. When you start feeling.
Time. Switch partner. Slap the hands and go.
What's up, kid?
girl.
Okay, man.
How are you, sir? Tom.
Hey, Ernest. See his foot.
Careful of this foot.
Do not
Careful,
touch
careful,
this
careful.
foot. Alright, do not touch that foot.
You're protected the whole time.
Don't even look at that foot.
No even looking at it.
Tom, there you go.
Fucking blow me legs, man. You're good, man. Balls, man. Just tight. Tighten, yeah. Like, you know. I know it's no fair. You couldn't grab the defense.
You just
to it.
wave your foot in his face like you can't touch this.
Remember, those are the rules. You can't touch it. You can't touch it. The body's arms are Trying to get going. Yeah. Use it as a weapon.
Yeah. No.
I'm not ready to
Yeah, I'm not trying to
I missed.
split.
That's what I have back. Did you have an hand split?
Yeah, it's in the leg one.
Yes, it definitely is. Good job.
Yeah. No. My no gymnastics.
Nice intro ride. Alright, hit this game we just talked about. We just trained this. So turn away from instead of into him. Turn away from him. No, away. Yeah, turn your body away. Escape your secondary leg by doing the push pull. Yeah. So way to help with this is to try to extend your legs.
That surprised me.
Is this the actual finish from here?
It's pretty lame, but you're not doing it right. You're close.
I didn't think so.
You're close, but it's not right. Alright, Ernest, Turn away, turn away, turn away, turn away, turn away. Hide the heel, turn away. Hide the heel, turn away, turn away. Away and turn away and hide the heel. He's got your heel now. Good. Keep going, turn away. Big step, this is what we just trained. Right foot, big step out and around. Alright. Tap, tap, tap.
I got a great day. I had my hips on that side. I felt like I.
Getting savage. 10 seconds.
3 years.
Yeah.
Gideon hijacked my timer as usual, so sorry guys.
These guys are crazy.
My Bluetooth is off.
Maybe it's Ryan's fault. Time! Switch partners! Clap hands!
Rolling, brother.
Huh?
Great roll.
Ryan, let's go, Nathan.
Get Tom, Tim. Tom, get Tom.
Tim Tom.
Ryan, get Never mind.
How did you do that?
You're good, no, you're good.
I think we're supposed to go.
Start seated guard facing each other. And butt scoot into it. You okay, man?
Yeah, it's all good. I'm resting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's all doing good. You can do whatever, I'm just learning. I don't know much about legs. Nope.
Get on head. Show me some. See your mouth.
There you go.
What's this kick we just covered? He's got chin honey hole. First, you got to slip the heel. Tap. Then he had your heel, so first you have to slip the heel and then turn away.
What's this? Big turn. Big turn. There you go. Keep slipping. There you go.
Wait.
Now turn it. Sit back. Or do the big back step. You free your knee line. Oh. So escape. There you go. Now either big back step or sit on my hip. Oh. Yeah. Oops, sorry. It's all right. There you go. Hold the toes, hide the heel. Hide the heel.
No, I don't twist it. I'll pull it out.
Now the counter's ready for this.
Right foot comes through. You can roll it back.
Son, line
I
up.
get it.
We'll cover that
Thanks,
one at some
Ryan.
point.
Thanks, coach. Am I gonna release a little bit?
Yeah, there's a beautiful counter to DOA from there. Who hit any of those three defenses or escapes?
Does having help count?
What?
Having help count?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, of course.
I never had to be
Good. That makes it a little preventing that from happening, right? We'll be much more aware of honey hole. Great job, everybody. So we covered basically one main concept of escaping from honey hole with three variations of how to actually get out, right? We talked about high stepping out, we talked about back stepping, cross facing, pinning our hand on the hip, and we talked about going for the far side underhook. Of all of those, I like the far side underhook. I think it's the flashiest, it's the funnest, it's the smoothest. But I also love a nice back step. I'll back step any chance I get. The one I like the least is high stepping away because that's fully disengaging, right? Until you're comfortable being in there for a shootout, you want to disengage, that's fine. But as you start to elevate your leg game, you start realizing that I don't have to fully escape and disengage. I can re-engage in terms of position to something advantageous. So I go from being an honey hole to now being in side control because we've got the back step and cross face and we've got the far step and underhook, right? And that's the same concept with the honey stick. I don't know if we'll get to it next Wednesday. We'll probably get a bunch more reps of this in. There's a few more things with this that I want to show. So we're going to continue progressing what we've done last week and this week. We may add honey stick in next Wednesday, if not the following Wednesday. That's the same concept with the honey stick. And that's even more dangerous way. It's a more risky way of re-engaging. But instead of even trying to escape, you counter the position on your partner, on your opponent, and you start attacking their heel with your heel still engaging. So it is a more advanced move, super fun. And then we'll talk about the counter to the honey stick. Because the honey stick counters honey hole, but it is also a counter to the honey stick. So it's counters and counters and counters, right? So as you start to develop your game, you start thinking ahead to, if I put my opponent in this position, I can expect that they may try to do this escape, in which case I can then have this kind of plan for their counter. So you counter the counters. Just build that game plan, right? Any questions about today? All right, y'all, have a good one. Sorry I'm sick and I can't roll, guys. I hate it. Get in, brother. I don't like it.
Thanks, Ryan. Sometime. Didn't appreciate that.
Man, it's like once or twice a week I do something that tweaks it again.